Almost. Okay, and we're live. What's going on, good people? Yes, yes, yes. You know who it is and what it be. This is Rob P. NID Housing Counseling Agency. In the building, we're in our group, Northwest Ohio Real Estate Hub. And I'm coming at y'all because I told you I come every Thursday with some information about things that will help you become a homeowner. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes. We're gonna get some people up in here. If you're rocking with me, go ahead, go ahead, comment. Let me know you're in the building. And in addition to that, share it. Share it, because the more we get this information out, the better. You know, that's the ultimate goal. We're just trying to help some people. Let's talk about what's going on here. We have our Saturday. It's not too late to register for our home buyer education workshop that's happening this Saturday. We're doing it in person and through Zoom. The location is T-Tech at Hill and Reynolds. And this is going to be a comprehensive class from 10 to 3, teaching you exactly what you need to know to become a homeowner. So we're talking fair housing. We're talking fair housing. We're talking about how to get a mortgage. We're talking about all of that. How to buy a home, insurance, how to maintain your home. And it's free and it's HUD certified. So people that go through the program, meaning they get a counseling session and they go through the class, then you get your certificate that you can use for the down payment assistance programs that we're going to discuss tonight. So tap in with me. If you want to chat, say what's up. I see. Hey, so the thing about the group, if you comment from the group, it won't tell me who you are, but I'm gonna get on my phone and share it right now. So I would say if you're watching right now, share it. Share it, share it, share it. That's my cousin. What up, cuz? What's up, cousin? What up, cuz? In the building. My cuz know what's up. I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it, all right? That's what I'm about to do. And once I share it, I'm going to get into it. Let's talk down payment assistance. Yeah. Hey, cuz, I hope all is well. Hope all is well. You know about the down payment assistance. You know about the down payment assistance. So, yeah, if you're rocking with me, let me know you in the building. Straight like that. Straight like that. And I'm going to be, I'm watching y'all. All right, so let's get into it. I'm not about to be here all night, right? I'm not going to be here all night. So if you're rocking with me, like, share, comment, and let's get into it. So with that being said, there's a misconception amongst people. A lot of people hold off on buying a home. And we all know it's a lot of reasons to become a homeowner, but the biggest reason is because homeownership is the largest source of wealth in America. So, you know, there is a huge difference between the net worth of a homeowner versus that of a renter. And in addition to that, homeownership, it hedges us against inflation. So as the prices around us continue to rise, that payment that you're making for your principal and interest every month is staying the same, while everybody in the neighborhood around you that's renting is paying more and more and more to live in the same neighborhood. So it's a lot of different reasons to become a homeowner. But with that being said, a lot of people hold off on becoming a homeowner because they believe that it's expensive, which it is. You gotta think, you are purchasing the largest asset. For most people, purchasing a home is like the largest purchase that they'll ever make. And so, I mean, it is expensive, but not as expensive as some people think. So if y'all got a delay, I was going to say, put in the chat, how much do you think you need to put down on average? How much on average do you think you need to put down? If you want to chat. Shout out to Alexis Ash. Shout out to Miss Smoot. I see y'all in the building. I'm just going to tell y'all because there's a delay. I mean, some people think, I got to bring 20% down, which some loans you do. There's some people that think, I got to bring 10% down, which there are some loans you do. Some people think I have to bring 5% down, which some loans you do. Some people think 3.5%, which, yeah, some loans you do. But there are loans out here that you can purchase that have no down payment. That's the first thing, and so we'll talk about those loans. And even if you do have a down payment, there are funds out here. There are different grants and programs that you can use to purchase a home with no money down. So if you're rocking with me, if you think this information, if you're excited, first of all, if you're watching right now and you're excited, put a 3 in the chat. We put a 3. Let's get a 3 today. Let's put a 3 today because third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. So put it, and I don't know, I'm the third. Robert Charles Pascal the third, and some people say I'm a charm. So we're going to put 3s in the chat if you're rocking with me. Like I said, like, share, and comment. So let's talk about this. First and foremost, there's different loans out there, and we're going to talk about these different loans. So rock with me, rock with me, rock with me. All right. So when we talk about loans, you got to understand, there's a difference between the different types of loans out there. And honestly, I'm a firm believer that the best loan for you is going to be the loan that helps you into a home. Shout out to Cora. Shout out to Alexis. I see the 3s. I see the 3s. Yes, yes, yes. With that being said, the best loan is going to be the loan that helps you into a home. There are different types of loans. So first and foremost, there's a FHA loan. You got FHA loans. And let me make this bigger for you. So FHA is 3.5% down. I'm not a fan. I mean, I am a fan if it helps somebody buy a house, but when it comes to competitiveness in the market, this market is very competitive. We don't have enough properties to sell. So with that being said, for the solid properties that are priced right, for the ones that are updated, there are multiple offers on the house. And so when there's multiple offers on the house, what happens is you now have to compete and it becomes competitive. So at the top, of course, cash is king. Cash is going to be the most competitive way to purchase a home that you can get. Second to that are conventional loans. These are just regular loans. And then you have government sponsored loans such as FHA, VA, USDA. The thing about these government insured loans, they have government inspections, and these government inspections, in a lot of cases, it can throw a monkey wrench into the home buying process. So if a seller can avoid going with those government loans, they will. So if you can go FHA does have some pros, meaning that you can typically buy more house with an FHA loan because FHA has a higher debt to income ratio. It has a higher debt to income ratio. Shout out to Ms. Wilson in the building. So FHA, you can get an FHA loan with a 580 credit score, y'all. 580 credit score. Which, hey, that's a lot of people. So in addition to FHA, you have conventional loans, right? Now there are a couple of conventional loans like Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae. These are 3% down. There are some conventional loans that are 10% down. There are some conventional loans that are 20% down. One of the cons of FHA is that you're paying what's called private mortgage insurance. Private mortgage insurance is insurance that you pay on behalf of the lender in the case that you were to default on your loan, meaning you get foreclosed on. You get foreclosed on, the lender's going to get their money either way, whether you pay it or not. With private mortgage insurance. FHA, that private mortgage insurance never falls off. So on a $100,000 house, that private mortgage insurance might hit you for a solid $70, $80 on a $100,000 house. So if you can save that much money per month, come on now, why wouldn't you? And you can do that by going with the conventional loan. Now, most conventional loans, they do have private mortgage insurance until you pay off 20% of the home or you put 20% down. So with these conventional loans, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, you want to come with at least a 620. Remove that. You want to come with at least a 620. You have some loans like USDA. You also have the VA, the veterans loans. USDA loans are for people that are moving into rural areas. So people that move in Northwest Ohio, that's west of Christie Road. So if you move into a USDA zone, you can buy a house with no money down. If you're a veteran and you got your GI Bill, you got your benefits, you can buy a house with no money down. VA doesn't have a credit limit. I would say at least come with a 580, 600. USDA, I would come with at least a 620, if not a 640. So, and then in addition to that, you have CRA loans. These are Community Reinvestment Act loans. The Community Reinvestment Act is a law that says that people that purchase homes, it says that banks have to offer products for all people that move into their neighborhoods. So that live in the neighborhood. So with that being said, if you go to a bank and ask them about their CRA products, they're going to pull out a list of products that they may not advertise like that, but a lot of these are going to be some of the best products that they can offer, such as zero down loans. So there's a few banks out here that offer these zero down loans, and I'm going to talk to you about that here shortly. In addition to that, some banks have they have zero down. They have grants, so they might not give a zero down loan, but they'll have grants that help offset the cost of some of those down payment assistance programs. So these are the main loans that people use to purchase a home: FHA, conventional, USDA. Keep in mind that CRA is actually conventional. All right. So let's talk about the CRA loan, because these are some of my favorite products. If a person can go zero down, I tell my client to go zero down. So let's talk about these banks that offer these zero down products. And if you're rocking with me right now, let me know you in the building. Put a house emoji in the chat. Share it. More importantly, share this on your timeline. Share this to one of your favorite groups. Share it to one of your favorite groups, man. Let's get this information out there. There are a few banks that offer no down payment loans. I use one in particular. This one is Premier Bank. Premier Bank has the zero down loan. Here, let me make this bigger. So first, let's put zero down payment loan. All right. Can I format this? Can I get an underline? I can't even get an underline, y'all. It's all good. Zero down payment loans. Boom. Premier Bank. They have a zero down payment loan. Their zero down payment loan, you have to have at least a 620 credit score. Boom. I mean, like I said, when I got my home, I actually used Premier Bank. I only had to bring $200 to the table at the closing. You can't beat that. We have another bank, Key Bank. They offer a zero down loan, but you have to have a 660 middle credit score. If you want to learn more about credit, come to my class or watch out the last video I made about credit. Okay, boom. So those two. Premier Bank has a grant. Key Bank has a grant. Key Bank's grant, if you're moving into a majority minority neighborhood, which is a census tract, I should say, you're moving somewhere where the minorities or people of color are the majority of the population, Key Bank will give you a $5,000 grant for majority minority census tracts. So this means this is a special purpose credit program. These are programs that the government said that banks are allowed to create for those that have been marginalized in the past. So Key Bank gives a $5,000 grant for majority minority census tracts. All right, so those are the two main. State Bank also does a zero down loan, and you have to have at least a 640 for the zero down loan. So if you can get a zero down conventional loan, it's kind of hard to beat that. So if I was you, that's where you start if you qualify. If you want to know what you qualify for, I recommend scheduling a housing counseling session, because I'll be able to look at your profile and break it down. Oh, I'm all in the way, y'all. Hold up. Let me move this up here. I'm all in the way. You can't read that. Boom. Okay, so those are the zero down payment loans. Those are the credit standards. And keep in mind, if you're looking at, how do I get a loan? You need 2 years of tax returns, 2 years W-2s, 2 months bank statements, 2 months pay stubs. They want to see at least two different. They want to see income for 2 years. So, and if you're self-employed, they typically look at 2 years tax returns. But keep in mind, I just came across a lender, if you're self-employed, where they will look at, if you don't have your taxes in order, it is what it is. They'll look at 12 to 24 months of your bank statements, your deposits, and calculate your income based off of the deposits. So there's options for people that are, self-employed, but just keep in mind that loan doesn't really qualify for down payment assistance. All right. So these are the zero down loans. If you can go with a zero down loan, go with a zero down loan, because, man, it's hard to beat. So in addition to that, let's talk about grants. Right, so this is how you get more money. So even if you got the zero down loan, it is what it is. Take it. But if not, there's still hope out there. So a major thing is Toledo Home at Last. Okay, this comes from the city of Toledo. They'll give you up to 95. I'll say they'll give you up to 9,500 to buy a house if you purchase in certain neighborhoods, but for most people, they'll give you 7,500. You have to qualify based off your income. As far as the income standard, for a family of one, you got to make less than 46,000. For a family of three, you got to make less than 59,000. And same thing with these. With this, let's take it back one time. For the zero down loans, you have Premier Bank, Key Bank, State Bank. You have to meet the area median income. So for a family of one, you got to make less than about 56,000, and for a family of two or three or more, you got to make less than about 65,000. If you purchase a home that is in a low to moderate income census tract, you can get these zero down loans regardless of income. So that's that. So, but Toledo Home at Last, for a family of three, if you make less than 59,000, and you can purchase a property and get the 7,500 from the city. Do keep in mind the city is actually not funding grants right now, but hopefully within the next few weeks they re-up. Different banks have different grants. So Fifth Third Bank has a CRA grant. Last I checked, it was 3,600. State Bank has one. Last I checked, it was about 1,500. Premier Bank was doing $1,200 grants. So different banks have different grant programs. Huntington does OFA. So another grant is the Ohio Housing Financing Agency. This is a 5% down payment grant. 5%. And in order to qualify, basically for a family of 1 to 2, you got to make less than $120,000. So for most people, you can do that. You do have to have at least a 650 credit score for this grant here. So 5% grant. One of the cons, though, is that if you try to sell your house or you try to move within the next 7 years, then that 5% grant is doing payable back. You got to pay it back. So you got that OFA grant right there. And like I said, you also want to check out the bank grants. Bank grants. Each bank has different grants, different CRA. And this is a CRA product, so different CRA grants. Inquire about them, or if you come to a counseling session, I'll break it down for you. All right. Something that's happening right now. If you're not pre-approved right now, you're probably going to miss the boat. Right. So, welcome home funds. Yeah, welcome home funds, man. These things right here, up to $20,000 grants that's going out right now. I have a couple of clients that are going through and using these welcome home funds. And the thing about these, they only come out once a year at the beginning of March, and $20,000. And it's not even just for first-time home buyers. These are for anybody that meets the income requirement. So for a family of three or more, you got to make less than $73,000. And if you make less than $73,000 on paper, you qualify for this grant. But the thing about it is, on a first come, first served basis. This money releases at the beginning of March. And reservations are happening right now. So it's first come, first served. Each bank has a different amount. Like Fifth Third is giving up to $20,000. Key Bank is giving up to $20,000. I believe Premier Bank and State Bank are giving $15,000. Huntington Bank is giving up to $10,000 grants. So there's money out here. So I mean, with that being said, these are typically the programs that most of my clients use to purchase a house with no money down. So they are income based, unless you're purchasing homes in certain census tracts. And then if you make too much, you can still use these zero down loans up here to get you into a home with little to nothing down. So this is what I do all day, every day. I try to be a resource for my community. And if you have questions, holler at me, or register for a housing counseling session. In addition to that, I would register for a class, because I really go into depth all things home buying in that class. So I'm gonna hang out. Anybody got any questions before I get up out of here? Because I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. Shout out to all my realtist family. My realtist been holding it down in the city. We've been out here, man. So it's been really good to see the growth of our organization. We got some new members tonight. professionals that are passionate about building black wealth. I mean, that's amazing in itself that we are able to come together like that. So shout out to Miss Tanya Simmons. She's in the building. She's in the building. Let me get up out of here. Yeah, she's in the building. So yeah, y'all, that's the game. That's the game in a nutshell. So if you have any other questions, feel free. Register at the link up there, down there, wherever. Register for a housing counseling session. But I'm here for it. And if not, I'll see you Saturday at our class, 10 to 3. T-Tech is going down. So I appreciate y'all.